welcome back. We are here. But no, we are here. We're going to go ahead and now get into our full blue moon in Pisces reading. Also midday check-in, but it's also kind of like a timeless reading. I gathered from the first reading I did. So this will be for the fire and water signs. So apply those elementals such as Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. I already pulled the I Ching because it is going to be a pretty extensive, in-depth reading. So let's go ahead and get started. Fire, we pulled 39 for you. So this is what we have for you. Fire, our Leo, Sag, and Aries. So we're going to go ahead and pull it up. Obstruction. So we have above water, below mountain, and that is there are two obstructions that hinder progress. Water above and mountain below. The downward flowing water may conceal a dangerous abyss, whereas the still mountain may be more easily traversed. It furthers one to confront each obstacle according to one's capabilities and not overreach. So fire, this is letting you know that it is okay to approach things with the confidence and assurance that you understand exactly what it is, right? But it's also letting you know that there could be things that are hidden that you don't know about, and that is a means of gauging the situation, taking it in and understanding it, and if support is needed to get through that obstruction, to get through that obstacle, it is able to do so. But it is a means and according to one's capabilities and not to overreach or overextend or overdo, right? So if you can or you can't do it, it's okay. But if this is an obstacle, it is a means of, is this an obstacle that I can get through, that I can mull over, that I can get rid of, or is it something that is redirecting me as well, okay? For water, we're going to go ahead and go. You guys got 13, so that will be for the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Hope you Pisces people are doing quite amazing, phenomenally well, because I know that there's a lot of energy, okay? I'm feeling it, trust. We have fellowship, which is above heaven, below fire. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, fire. Look at me. I'm going down. I'm going down fast. Yours affirmation is water on the mountain. Pause to assess the risk. Okay? Again, taking that step back, that moment, that reflection, and then assess, can I actually get through this? Can I actually go over this, or is this a redirection? Okay? Now back to water, which is fellowship. In 13, we have a signal fire burning under an open sky can be seen for miles. If conditions are right, such a fire will draw allies and kindred spirits. Congenial fellowship in public will attract more people to your cause. A diverse alliance that shares common goals can accomplish even the most difficult task. Okay, so we have fire under heaven, unity within diversity. So this is putting yourself out there. This is now Spirit saying this is time for your gifts, your knowledge, your understanding. This is time for you to put yourself on the forefront. This is time for you to be seen, heard, the information to be shared, and that will allow you again to be that fire that is burning, and that will pull in allies, right? People that can support you, help you with resources, get you along your way, people that can extend where you cannot, right? In a means and a place of speaking up. Right? And you also have, of course, that friendship, that fellowship, those people that are there, those kindred spirits to help love on you, care about you, and things of that sort. So, be seen, be shown, have your light be out there. If you were thinking about starting a project, if you were thinking about starting something, if you're thinking about where you have to speak up and be more vocal for yourself and actually have people hear and listen to you, that is a means of what they're saying, okay? So there's unity and diversity. Not everybody's going to think like you either. Okay, water signs? Not everybody's going to think like you, feel like you, or move like you. So is it a means of recognizing that as well? And, there we go. Recognizing that as well, and recognizing that actually where I differ and they differ is where we can actually come together and expand. And that can strengthen my cause. That can strengthen what I plan to do in this lifetime. And they are going to be able to help me, and as I am able to help them, right? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the moonology. I'm going to go ahead, I already pulled the cards. Like I said, I want to make sure this is smooth. We're going to go ahead and do the full moon, and then we're going to do the full moon in Pisces, then we're going to go ahead and read about the blue moon, okay, and what that means and how it entails for you, fire and water, okay? So for the full moon, it is about surrendering to the divine, okay? So we want to make sure that you are surrendering to the divine in all aspects and all ways of thinking. Give me a second. Give me a moment. Give me a pause. What the hell? Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I have to take a moment. There we go. Sorry. So the surrender to the divine in the full moon. This is about for you, fire, and letting you know that when you are about to take that risk, right? You have assessed the situation, you have thought it through, you understand what you can and can't do, and how it will help you to progress, move forward, and or redirect you, relocate you, flip your perspective, put you on your head. It is a matter of once you are like, okay, I'm going to take that risk, I'm going to take that chance, I'm going to better myself, I'm going to move forward, that you are going to allow yourself to surrender to the divine. You are going to allow yourself to realize that with this, I'm going to get all the information I need, like the full moon. It's going to be pure illumination. It's the climax, right? They literally say it's the climax. It's the turning point, right? It's the conclusion. It is the end of something. So once you're like, okay, that's what I'm going to do, that's exactly what's going to happen, right? It's this means of understanding that I have redirected myself in a way of understanding the situation and how I may be within the situation, and then moving forward. And then the divine got me. I ain't got to worry about nothing because the information is going to come in. Okay? So for your affirmation is, I am getting the answers I need. Okay? So we're thinking about this as well for the water signs. If you are putting yourself out there, you are being more present in your life, being more active, wanting to be more seen, more heard. You want to put your products out there. You want to expand whatever it is where you are wanting to be, that it is a means of, again, surrendering to the divine and realizing that those kindred spirits and allies are going to come to you because of who you are. This is also the accumulation of your work, your thoughts, your lessons that you have learned, your experiences, and this is the end result of that. So again, your affirmation as well for the water and fire is, I am getting the answers I need, and you are. So that way you can move forward with confidence and reassurance in self. Wow, man. Okay? Additional meanings are, a wish you made may be about to come true, which is why you want to reassess the situation and make sure it's right for you, and or just take that first jump, leap in action and do it, okay? It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm, especially with everything happening. Mercury just went retrograde. We're still in the retrograde of Venus and Leo, and now we have this blue moon and the full. So it's a lot going on in the air. So allow yourself, before you start making a decision and or putting yourself out there. It's a means of, it's a little crazy out there. Let me make sure I'm rooted in ensuring myself, right? Says you may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. Okay? The teaching of this card is that this is a power card, and it is a climax. Okay? So again, this suggests answers will be coming your way before too long. Not before too long. Okay? So again, you're getting answers, you're getting information of where to go, how to go, and how to act. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the full moon in Pisces, okay, which is currently what we're experiencing right now. And that is about balance in spirituality and practicality, right? So we're thinking about it for our fire signs. If it is a means of taking a step back and assessing the situation before the fire gets you and burns you out, right, or anything of that sort, it's a means of balancing how I truly am interconnected with my creativity, my passions, my goals, my desires, my ambitions, my drive, and is it also matched with the practicality of, can I actually stick to this plan, right? Can I stick to this goal? Is this actually truly the job or the opportunity that I want? Is this the relationship that I want, right? It's a means of taking all that in, so that way once you do make those decisions, you are in balance with the spirituality of the situation and your actions, as well as the practicality of the reality of the world and what is actually happening, and not romanticizing it. right? For the water, it is a means of balancing your spirituality, of not being so into self, so into knowing everything, feeling everything so in depth, and have all this knowledge and information that you don't know how to use it actually in the physical world. To now burn this passion, this fire, this light of the lessons, the creativity, all these things, and actually apply it to now be useful to others, to be a help to others, to also get the support that you need to inspire and liberate others, because you're so into the spirituality, and it's like so spiritual you're of no worldly good is what I'm hearing, right? It's so up here that you're of no worldly good down here, and you need to pull that and have that in balance. Okay, so the first question is, have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch in reality? Cool your head, assess the situation, action. Calm your body, gain confidence and reassurance in self, and take action. Okay? It says, if you're in a tricky situation, meditate on your question of whatever it may be, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. Okay? It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Okay? Not just out here whimsily, lazily, dazily. Okay? If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting like the martyr, the victim, you know, everything is happening to you, you don't know how to do anything. For fire signs, it's like, I'm the victim, this and that, and then now you're like burning yourself up. You don't actually assess situations in a way of actually taking in the reality. If you have some part in it, they have some part in it, now what are we going to do and go from here, right? Or you're acting like the martyr, and it means of, oh, if I was to put myself out there, water signs, it won't be taken, or people are going to misconstrue it, or what. You're not the victim, baby. You're not a martyr. This is you living your life and experiencing it, right? That's what it is, okay? Not putting your life on the line. You're not doing all that, okay? This card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act. Or, drop the act for everyone's sake. So, fire, stop acting like it's not getting to you and you're not acting out of your emotions. Water signs, stop acting like you're not so deep within your spirituality that you are, again, losing sense of reality and how to actually move forward in life, okay? You gotta be seen, you gotta be shown, you gotta be lit. The affirmation is, I will meditate every day and see what comes to me. And then the little thing is, answers will come. I forgot to read that from my earth and air. I'm so sorry. But it says in a little like smaller italics, is answers will come. And see what comes to me, it's answers that are coming to you. But you have to quieten your mind. You have to assess the situation. You have to be calm and balanced in spirit and allow yourself to move forward. So the additional meanings are, you're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. You're romanticizing your pain. You're romanticizing your hurt. You're romanticizing your irritation. You're romanticizing the situation, right? And that is causing you to not assess it properly. And or you're romanticizing you're romanticizing your life, your situations, your circumstances, but you're not actively involved in your life or certain situations and circumstances is what I'm hearing. You're just enjoying it and living, but you're kind of coaxing and not actually living. You're just kind of surviving. You don't want to do that, okay? Follow your intuition. It won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream, a false reality, a false perception, a lust of whatever it is, and pull you back into how to actually do what you need to do. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate, a connection, a deep, intimate realism of self and others, and avoid substance abuse, drinking, smoking, sleeping, fucking, all of it, okay? If you are using it, like I told the earth and air signs, to avoid something, to not actually truly assess the situation and or to avoid being seen or shown, that is abusing yourself, because now you are stifling your voice. You are not actually acting in a way that is caring about yourself. You are doing things in a way of abuse because you don't want to actually come and confront the situation, which is what is needed, okay? Especially for you, fire. You have to confront. You have to do it. There's no other way, okay? The additional, the teaching for this is that practicality is at odds with the pneumonious Piscean energy that has no borders. So feel your way now. Fill it around, fill it out, and allow yourself to, okay, this is how I'm feeling, but is this what's happening, okay? It says, it is also time to send out your dreams to the universe, releasing your fears. Send out your dreams. Pisces is all about daydreaming, manifestation in that reality of non-reality realm, right? That right in between, that nice, beautiful balance of spirituality and practicality, where they're able to dream something, see something, but also gather the knowledge. They're very knowledgeable. If you ask a Pisces, can they do something 9 times out of 10? For some reason, they know how to do it because they really know random shit, right? So it's a means of taking that, but also with the spirituality of them being able to see things and feel things and manifest in that way and see things in that way on psychic abilities, on intuition, on the deeper aspect of that, okay? God damn it. Final card is Blue Moon. Believe in the impossible. This is a time to just take actions, take risks, make mistakes, because 9 times out of 10 is all going to work out. This chance doesn't happen often. This is a positive card, but it can also be something that may feel like it's not the most awesome thing, but it works out in your favor, right? So it's taking all of that in and allowing that to happen and be there in that sense of self, right? It literally says, oh, excuse me. Bless me. It says, this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance and that something one-off could well be about to happen. Again, this is once in a blue moon. This only happens once in a blue moon. Very rare occurrence. Okay? Bless me. Bless me. Okay? It says, it's important that you believe in it. Okay? If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It will never go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. So we're thinking about the full moon in Pisces of releasing your dreams, which allows you to release your fears. And this is saying now it is allowing you to believe in those dreams after you have released them, which is also surrendering to the divine. It is saying now, fire, assess the situation. Is this what I truly want? Is this what I truly desire? Am I going to be focused? Am I going to be driven? Can I maintain this stability that I'm looking for? Or am I too out there? But I can't believe in the impossible that it is going to work out. I just want to make sure you are planning ahead before you jump ahead and you burn yourself, right? For water, you want to believe in the impossible, that once you place yourself out there, once you are more seen, you are more heard, once you are placing your products and launching things, or just being more outspoken, more and more vibrant, choosing what you want to do, and just believing the impossible, your dreams, of you being able to pull people in that recognize your charisma, your charm, your joy, and your personality, because it is a balance of not being so right out there in the spiritual, but bringing it into a practical of that cool, whimsical, in-depth power that the water holds. Okay, so the affirmation is I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. That's it. The affirmation is I'm lucky. Today is, just say I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. No matter what emotion comes up or is here, I'm lucky. Okay. So the additional meaning for this card is miss this chance and I might not come back anytime soon. Right? There could be other opportunities, but this one is a rare fucking chance. Okay. It says what happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. So again, this is in regards to relationships, whether that be business, platonic, things of that sort, a rekindling of family, whatever it may be. Okay? If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Earlier today, we sung the Exceptional song by Ant Farm, which is quite cute, but pretty much like that. Okay? You are exceptional. This situation is unlikely to repeat. So again, take that chance, take that opportunity. If it came to you, it is meant to be acted on. Okay, so act on it, water. If it came to you, it is meant to be assessed with what is currently happening in your life, fire, and that way you can take those actions as well. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into your love. What is happening for you and your love in regards to that? What the hell? There we go. Look, fire, what's happening with your love life for the full blue moon in Pisces for this reading. What do you have for fire for the full blue moon in Pisces in regards to love for their relationships? Spirit. So we got self-love. Self-love is not just, oh, let me go ahead and take myself out. Let me pamper myself. It's, do you like yourself? Do you like spending time with yourself? Do you know yourself? Are you confident and reassured in yourself? Can you be led and guided by your intuition? Do you have compassion, grace for yourself? Are you caressing yourself, right? Not in a means of lying to yourself, right? Dropping the facade, like the card said, being real, but in a means of being open and honest with wanting to grow and evolve and change, right? So self-love is that. It starts versus trying to look so externally for outward love or that substance abuse thing. That's probably why I heard the fucking. It's a means of taking that in and realizing maybe the love that I'm so ready to see outwardly, I'm just ready for me to give myself, right? Do you like yourself? Do you enjoy yourself? Okay? And that also helps you with making those decisions, being confrontational, speaking, doing those things, right? Because it is in a means of the self-love of I'm doing this with knowing I'm sticking to my true core, my true convictions, and I'm being honest, I'm being real. I'm using my emotional intelligence so that way I'm not also losing my sense of feelings and that I'm always feeling, so taking that self-love. Anything else for the fire for love? Speak now before I close it out. This is in regards to the blue full moon in Pisces. Speak now, Spirit. I think that's it. I think they just want you to focus on self-love. So focus on that and do that. Fire, because it really didn't give me much else. So right now at this moment in time, maybe it's not the best time for a relationship. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a gander into water. What are we looking like for water signs? What's happening here in regards to love for the blue moon and full moon of Pisces? There's a lot more cards for water. That's okay. Okay. Anything else for water before we close it out in regards to love for the full blue moon and Pisces? All right. So for you, you have options. You have selections. You have your pick of the litter. I was slowly trying not to say that, but I couldn't think of anything else. But you do have options. You have choices. You have decisions. So that way when you do, you can be the king to somebody's king or queen to somebody's queen or non-binary to somebody's binary or king to queen. Those type of things. The equal counterpart, the mutual attraction, the understanding, that reciprocation, right? So you have options, but it is in a means of you having to trust yourself with those options to make the wise decision for yourself. And that comes again with allowing yourself to be seen in all aspects and in all ways, shining your light, and that again allows you to be that beacon for kindred spirits and allies. So you have to trust that when I rely on myself and I'm floating on my actual element of water, I'm not going to drown, I'm not going to sink or anything. It's a means of just being replenished. So you have options, you have choices that you can and should make in your life always. You just have to trust yourself. And that can lead to a few things. It can be a means of, we're going to drop that first. You relocating, right? So you can be, you can have a new job where you meet somebody. You can literally be moving states and or countries. You can just be moving housing and now the person in your apartment complex in your neighborhood. It's a matter of relocating with this person, right? And or relocating and finding this person. Okay, so relocation is on it. So maybe you're taking a trip, right? Maybe there's a drive that you're having a road trip or something of that sort, and you meet somebody out of town where you were doing that as well. But Spirit is also saying you're going to have to relocate your mind and your body to actually recognize what is happening, so that way you're not slipping into the Pisces full moon energy in unbalanced way. Because once you do that, you can have amazing sex. You can have amazing sex. So it's a means of once you again allow that true trust and sense of self and that belief in everything, it allows that true aspect, okay? So trust in yourself. You have options. You have choices. You're not stuck, It's not too slim of a pickings is actually true. Okay? So fire, this will go ahead and tap into the material, the earthly, the root chakra, your worldly possessions, the physical, the external of self in regards to career, finances, in your job, things of that sort. Okay. So what do we have for fire for the full blue moon in Pisces? What do we have for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire signs just like their names are. Anything else for the fire signs? Anything else for the fire signs in regards to career, material, money, finances, things of that sort? Okay, so we have time. This card is about recognizing, again, surrendering to the divine timing. Just because you feel like, oh, I need to hurry up and get the sand down there doesn't mean no. Let the sand trickle. Allow things to accumulate. Allow them to come down there slowly so that way it allows you to not feel overwhelmed with getting something all at once. Without taking something all in at once, which is why they want you to really assess the situation instead of diving in. So, oh, please don't. Oh my God, no. I think they're gonna come and blow. Oh my God. Okay. Instead of recognizing it as a recognizing if I can rely on divine timing. Because if I rush what needs to happen, what needs to get done, what needs to progress, I won't actually get all the information. I won't actually have true stamina to continuously go forward. So assess the situation. If you are looking for that promotion and they haven't gotten back to you yet, maybe pull up some ways that you, once you do get the position, how you can better it, how you can move it forward. Maybe if you're looking for a job at the time being in a moment, maybe you can tweak your resume. Maybe you can give them a call back. Maybe if you're looking to collaborate with someone, maybe you can see what kind of style and things that they do so that way when they come to the table, it's a means of you actually recognizing to collaborate with them, right? It's a means of, again, taking back this session, the situation. If you've been, whatever it is, you've been looking to start new content, you're looking to take a break to everything in divine timing. And right now it's a means of just tapping into your divine masculine. I am going to pull up this card because they do have some keywords that I really do like. And the keywords are the embodiment of logic. People hear masculine and they think that there's no logic and that it's only relying on women to have a sense of mindset. No, that is divine masculine, to have logic. So that way when you are planning and you are going out there, that's why we're like, oh, women. No, it's everybody has it inside of them. Whether you're man, woman, non-binary, trans, whatever it is, you have that energy inside of you. That's why it's divine, because it doesn't really care about the fucking earthly and what it says, okay? They, divine, are the first non-binary, non-gender conform. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're getting off topic. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Okay, so we have divine masculine, which is about logic, direct action, no confusion, no confliction, no doubt, no hesitation, and strength. Like I said, do you have the stamina? Do you have the endurance to continuously go forward? And when you use logic and you take a step back and realize I'm rushing something that actually needs time to develop, time to grow, it's a butterfly. And time to grow. Look at that sign. It's a message to let you know that once you start tapping into that, that is where you are able to have that. And when it says, in the most evolved aspect, it represents the builder of businesses, builder of stability, builder of knowledge and intellect, builder of growth in community and collaboration. It is the protector of their ideas, of their mindsets, of the people around them in their community, in their workplace, so that way it's not something that's easily shakable, right? And the guardian, right? You guard yourself, you guard your mindset, and you have boundaries set in place, so that way, again, you're not just accepting anything, and you're also not trying to rush everything. You're pulling in on that logic, so that when you are having that direct action, it has strength for the long run, okay? So for your career, it's a means of doing that. If somebody's offering you something you know it's below what your experience is for a job, don't accept it, right? If you recognize that you keep getting passed up for a promotion and things of that sort, speak up about that or reevaluate where you need to be. And if you're recognizing that people are collaborating and you're supposed to collaborate with somebody but they're not speaking up, maybe you need to drop them and have somebody else. It's a means of recognizing where am I trying to push a little too hard when it may be a redirection, or am I really just going to need to take a little bit of time and this obstacle will move out of my way. Okay, and sometimes it takes a little bit of magic. Okay, I'm going to pull this up too, which is on the next page, which is about magic. Okay, that is, you are a magical being. Time to stop hiding the awe-inspiring abilities you have. right? So if you are looking, you cannot shy away from that. Tap into your magic. If you need to work a little magic, work a little magic. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. Assess the situation of what you truly want. Spin some magic. Weave it. Recognize, I am lucky. I'm going to get this. This is going to happen for me. I am having doors open that I didn't even know that there was a lock on, because that is the opportunities that my power and magic possess. Right? It is stepping into that realization that you are not limited to what it may be. Right? And sometimes that is a means of taking a look into your shadow self. Right? Because this is taking a step to your shadow self and healing it. So that way, when you do need to speak up for opportunities, when you do need to redirect for different goals or ways of being, and or you need to speak up for yourself, whatever it is, it's a means of healing what you have recognized within your shadow, right? Why am I hesitant to speak up for myself for things that I know I need and I deserve? Why am I afraid to put myself out there to just start doing things and having these opportunities for wealth and abundance of material things? So this is letting you know, stop playing with your money. Stop playing with your career. Stop playing with your life in that way. Because right now, yes, it is divine timing. But right now, you cannot lead, have direct, build shit, and protect it and all of this if you aren't actually healing the things that need work, because that is not a solid foundation. And now you're trying to rush divine timing when they're like, baby, we're trying to slow you down so that way you can deal with this shadow that may come up when you reach the success. Some people have fear of success. Some people have fear of failure after they reach success. Some people don't even think that they can obtain it. But it's this means that once you start going into your shadow self and healing that, you're going to recognize, I was actually afraid of money. I was actually afraid of being seen and being successful. I was actually afraid of recognition and affirmation. It allows you to see, and I'm not saying you're afraid, it allows you, I'm not ashamed to be seen in that light as, you know, as a black woman, because now I'm in charge, and if I don't want to be seen as an angry black woman to speak up for myself. No! Heal that part of yourself. Recognize that you are a healer. You are divine. Use that and recognize, use your magic also to work on some of those parts, because again, you are lucky. Now is the time for that. Send that email, send that text, cancel that person, and go on to the next. It is time, fire. Okay? So recognize that you are lucky. And sometimes you can feel shame or disappointment or confusion if you don't think that you're lucky, because you haven't healed what needs to be healed in your shadow. And that will help you be even more direct, focused, and clear on your goals for that. I've actually never met a broke fire sign. They're kind of like earth signs to me. I've never seen an earth or fire sign broke, me personally. Or without a job, or without opportunities, or ways of getting some material possession, of material wealth, right? Or just being seen and having an opportunity to show their gifts. Fire and earth, for me personally, I've never seen one out. Now, Aaron, why don't we go a little bit more with the flow? We'll say fuck that shit pretty quickly. No, not for me. Speaking of water, what do we got for water? What do we have for water, spirit, for career, finances, businesses? Anything else for career, finances, businesses, collaborations, employment, funds, money? Anything else before I close out the water signs? Alrighty. So, you have been going through some shit financially. I know me personally, I have going through some shit financially, and I am a water sign, things of that sort, and it's slowly picking up and getting there. But water signs have been going through some shit financially, and in a means on the material world, it has really been fucking with you to a point where it's like, I don't think I have stability and or will ever have stability within the material world. Right? I don't think I'll be financially stable. I don't think I'll have job security. I don't think I'll be able to eat in a week. I think this is about, it's certain things where it's like, it was very insecure on the root chakra realm, on the physical realm, where it wasn't, shit wasn't shaking. It was quite stagnant. It was at a standstill. It wasn't moving. You was going through a storm. You was getting your ass beat. Okay? It was going through a lot of stormy shit in the means of, again, that monetary gains, material, external output for your career, right? Maybe you got demoted, maybe you got fired, maybe you haven't been able to move up, maybe you haven't been able to get a raise, maybe you have been applying for jobs, haven't been getting called backs, been calling no information, you've been getting denied or rejected. It's just certain things were just like, damn, ain't nobody subscribing, ain't nobody watching, ain't nobody buying my art or anything, nobody's showing up to my shows. It has been a storm of feeling like externally there's nothing, which is why you have been so into the spirituality, because that has been your crutch, your capability, your coping mechanism for the outside. I could not fucking speak. It has been your coping mechanism, right? That solitude, that assurance. I don't want to say being coddled, but in the sense of being coddled by spirit ancestors. And it was a lot more stability and security in the spiritual, right? Within your soul, within your mind, and how you felt and how you thought and your emotions. But on the physical, completely different story. So it was going through a storm. It was going through a rough patch and a hardship. But you have gotten through that. You have come to a safe space, and which is where we have home. Yeah, we do home. Where we have home, you are finding more of a place to be centered at in your home. This card is moving kind of on its own. Fuck. Where you are able to go back to your home. This can be a sign of going literally back to your house, to your actual home childhood. This can be reconnecting with old friends, old family. This can be speaking with people that give you that old romantic, loving, nostalgic feeling. Thank you, Spirit. Nostalgic feeling. So you're starting to feel more comforted in your body on the home foundation of the physical world, because you are recognizing I can use my spirituality and how confident I am in my soul, in my mind, and emotions, and actually start putting that physically, right? And actually start using that to build up something that is stable, right? That is why I went through this. That is why I am having all these revelations and lessons. That is why you were probably in hermit mode or secluded, or why you were probably in go mode and moving a mile a minute trying to figure things out, because it was like, I'm going through a storm. And it was a means of wanting that stability of that home, which kind of leads also to trust within relationships, right? And having that as well. And it was just a means of meditating, calming your mind, calming your body. So it was a means of recognizing sometimes when you try to control everything externally, it fucks it up even harder, because you cannot control things externally. I can even pick up this glass. Yes, I can. But in a means of I can't control everything around me. I can pick that up, but I can't control if somebody else picks it up as well. Or if they do, how I can only control how I react and or act. It's a means of being, again, a little bit more centered in yourself to how you're acting and reacting to certain situations, because you calmed your mind to actually hear answers, which is a lot of what the full moon and the cards that we're talking about is getting those answers, getting those revelations, getting those ideas, being like, you know what, I am confident in myself. I am sure of myself. I am going to speak up. I am going to recognize. I know who it is. You want me for your company, not the other way around. You want to collaborate with me. You want to buy my art. It's a means of recognizing the more that you quieted your mind. It was also a sense of calming your nervous system and your body, and how it was taking on so much effectively because of the external, right? Whether that was housing, whether that was a job, whether that was finances, whether that was a slow up, whatever it is, it was a means of you being like, okay, I really cannot control any of this shit, but I can control me, and I'm gonna calm it down. And that led to you in recognition that this is for the new moon. This is for something, a clean slate. This is for potential new ideas. Because though water signs go with the flow, sometimes they can get stuck in a rut of doing things that they're very used to. right? Based off of their emotions and how they're feeling so deeply and how it's so rooted. It's like I've always said, and so with this new moon, it's that new slate, that new beginning, that new start, that new perspective of, okay, now I can start asking for my work, right? And I'm thinking about before I wasn't paying how many people pay for my readings, and as soon as I did, I got clients. It was a means of recognizing it's because of sometimes the way that water signs think or feel, it can cause the body to react in a way that's not logical or practical, right? So you want to make sure that you continuously that meditation, especially for careers and money and finances, because that is energy, right? That is something that is needed. It's known, but it's a realization if you are always trying to chase it, get it, feel like you have to hold on tight to it, it causes a lot more confliction. So enjoy this new slate and tap into that fire energy, which I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up real quick. And the fire energy is about light, being the light, burning that fire, pulling in the allies and the kindred spirits, because when you do that as well and you're recognizing that you want to be seen and heard, it allows people like, hey, I think I might have a position for you. Or do you actually want to do this? Or when you start speaking in more, you'll start seeing like little ads. Like I just seen one for vendors and I'm like, I might want to do that. So it's a means of the more that you are allowing your light to be seen because of you calming your nervous system and your body, it allows you to actually weather these storms because you have created a home. See what I did? But it also is about creativity, right? You could have been felt in a rut of like, this is the only way to do something, this is the only way to have something. And with creativity, it allows the continuous expansion and growth in different directions, right? It ignites drive, focus, pushing it forward, ambition. I'm actually want to do this, which is about your proverb, putting yourself out there. And it's also about passion and new opportunities, right? The passion is lighting it inside of you. I feel a fire inside of me, and I'm ready to conquer these new opportunities, okay? It says too much fire can also burn, so be mindful of utilizing this energy wisely by channeling it creatively, right? Which leads to protection and knowledge as well. This is letting you know that you are protected in all things. If you want it, seek it, do it. You're protected. You're guided. You're led. There are others around as well. And that is a means of you also applying the knowledge that you gather from your spirituality, from gathering your protection up, but also being able to recognize that no matter where I go, I'm a bitch. I'm strong and for sure, right? So for your finances, it's a means of now is the time to, again, put yourself out there. Before spirit's like, take a break. You're doing too much. You meditate, calm your body, because how you going to do a job and you need to just relax. How you going to take on clients and do all the stuff and do readings or nails or do art and like you're not even calming yourself to focus, you know? So water, chill. You got this. We're going to go ahead and get a one card message. We're going to go ahead and get a one card message for fire and for water from the ancestors and see. Spirit, what do you have for fire for the full blue moon in Pisces? Just one card, please. What do you have for Aries, Sag, and Leo? You dealing with a Capricorn? You dealing with a Capricorn? No, I'm just kidding. You dealing with a dad? You got daddy issues? No, I'm fucking with you. But you do got eating seduction, which is also a representation of the Capricorn as well. Etan, I believe is how you pronounce it. Etan. But it is about seduction. It's almost in replication of like the devil card. In a sense of pulling that in. So there's a means of when you are pushing things, right, rather in your career and trying to hurry up and get that, and you're not listening to divine timing where you actually need to heal some wounds so that way you can have strong, stable foundation of success, and or you are going out here. I'm not saying you fucking a lot of people, if you ain't fucking a lot of people, but you're just out here getting in relationships, or you're always looking for outside codependency or things of that sort, where it's like you are trying to pull that in because you are you're tempted very easily because of that seduction. You're very led, and that can lead you into change and some bondage to your addictions, to your temptations, to your willful desires that aren't really actually going to nourish you. And that can be because you're so bum rushing. And it's like things even in a relationship was like sometimes self-love goes a lot further than looking for external love, because that's why you're continuously doing this, right? So we're going to go ahead and take that in. Hey, 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 hey. I think there is. Actually, I don't think there is. What the hell? What the fuck? Ignore me until I say so. Ignore me until I say so. Okay. Yes, it is literally lust, desire, and it is literally the devil card. Yeah, okay, I was right. So, obviously I was right, but you get it. Okay, and then it literally says this is seductress of your mind and the veil of illusion that separates you from your spiritual path. Again, it's a means of combining that spirituality with practicality. You're so practical right now. You're trying to just bum ride it, and you're passing all these things that are actually meaningful to have long-standing love, long-standing careers, long-standing just truth and desires within yourself without burning out, right? So, it says you can be seduced by the temptation to control others in order to achieve your desired outcome. But that is just the chains that hang loosely on you, okay? It says the questions that you want to answer is why them, not me, okay? And that is in a means of understanding why am I jealous? Why am I bitter of this person? Why do I feel like I deserve that? Why do I feel like I deserve it, but I'm not actually working for that? I'm not actually doing that. Why am I not speaking up and saying that I deserve that? Not in a means of downgrading them, but upgrading myself. Okay? Another question is, do I feel chained to someone, something, or some place? Which is also why they said get rid of that substance abuse, because if you are using that as a distraction of self, that is abusing of self. Okay? It says to deny your purpose and wish for other gifts is to deny your spiritual power, which is what you want to tap into, especially for a career, and can realign you to opportunities on a lower frequency than you actually wanted. Okay? It says stop feeding the momentum of negativity and spiral into a gratitude rampage. Okay? So again, it's about the temptation. Falling into that. The more you fall into that, it's a means of losing sense of self, who you are, because it is going so externally, and that can cause chains and addictions and things of that sort that aren't actually serving you, right? So take a step back. Do you actually want this? Is that something for you? Okay then. Let's go ahead and get it a card for water. We're doing pretty good on time. What do you have for water, spirit, for the full blue moon in Pisces? Just one card, please. Which is resurrection. Okay, again, that new change, a resurgence. Things have to be different. Look at this. She is protected with the peacock, which is also about knowing who you truly are and your sense of self and diving into that. She is in pure jubilation and dance. She is okay with being seen. She is okay with being shown. She's confident. She's reassured. Okay? She's growing. She's expanding. What the fuck? Now we're going to go ahead and read her. Oh my God. Now what we are going to go ahead and read. All right. So she is also involved with the sacred number of 7, which is also about releasing fear and negativity, but it is also about the makeup of the of the things that she has adorned herself with. Okay. 7. I highlight a lot, but I don't highlight enough. Okay, this is about healing yourselves and learning to love yourself within your body, within your mind. Okay, so again, the more you love yourself, you care about yourself, you're okay with being seen. You're okay with starting over. You're okay with different things. You're okay with recognizing what is and isn't for you, okay? And then you're able to trust in yourself that you made the right decision for what is for you, okay? It says, I could have sworn that there was a question, but there isn't. Okay, yep, it says the peacock represents the feet and all the birds symbolize the traditional depiction of the phoenix, which is about burning again, fire, and new life. I could have swore that there was an affirmation, but there isn't. So just like the peacock, it is having that true sense of self and self, right? So thinking about the peacock from my deck, it is about literally, and a lot of people can reach that. Not a lot of people can reach that confidence of knowing who they are, able to digest situations, which is also about the peacock, digesting situations that did end or didn't work out for you, and being able to move forward, right, and take that as a lesson in or knowledge. And that is where the true inner beauty, the true creativity, all that stuff comes from because of that. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and get into the final messages for fire and water. Spirit. All right, Spirit, what do you have for fire? For final messages for the full blue moon in Pisces. I almost said in Aries. For the full blue moon and Aries. For the full blue moon and Pisces. Aries is what I'm doing. Okay. For the full blue moon and Pisces, it includes the fire signs, Aries, Sag, and Leo. For the full blue moon. The full Don't play with me. There we go. Voila! I'm gonna start with this one because it's quite funny. Anytime I get it, even in my own readings, I get myself like, fuck. But you're the problem. You're the issue. You're the common denominator, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because if we're thinking back to your proverb, it is a means of if you have to take a step back and assess the situation before you need to take action and or reaction, it is a means that you are operating in a way that, again, that is too practical, that is too for force. You need divine masculine, which means you are using logic, yes, but you are building something. You are cultivating something. You are using direct action. But right now, with you being the problem, it is a means of, again, you not being upfront, confrontational, and a means of being direct. Because after you assess that, you were able to do that. But it is a means of you being biased to self. You bum rushing people, maybe. You being a little, I'm hearing braggadocious. A little. But it's a means of you being the problem because you are also the solution. You have to fix this. You have to get yourself out of this. And Spirit is saying excuses are keeping you stagnant. So for you to not to move, you not to do anything, or for you not to take a step back and actually revitalize, you are making an excuse. I can't do that because if I would do that and that happening, I mean, I can't think about it. I don't have time to think about it. You know, I got to do it now. Or they should have worked with me. They had their chance. It's like you didn't give. You have to give time. Because time allows true, stable production of long-lasting work, love, progression, peace, right? Because when you actually putting your time into something, you have to actually be with it for a long time as well and build a relationship with it. Allow it to get deep inside of yourself. They don't have deep intimate connection, but they should have gave it to you. But we have deep intimate connection from here. I'm telling you that. That allows that. So that way you're not having excuses that are keeping you stagnant to the point where you feel like you do have to bum rush everything, where you do have to make a quick split decision. No. Take a moment and recognize that. Because the realization is what you got a lot of angel numbers, by the way. I just want to say that. The realization is 555 as the only constant is change. In everything. In love, you have to change the way that you look, think, and feel about yourself. In your career, you have to recognize that maybe I'm holding myself back because I'm not dealing with things in my shadow of how I feel, maybe shame, disappointment, small-mindedness, insecurities within that as well. And I need to heal that because the only constant is change. Okay? We can't keep being led by seduction and lust and addictions and realize that That's why I'm here again. You're here again because you're not changing, and we don't want that. We need that change. That fire literally burns, right? And it illuminates so that way you can shine light. It also brings warmth and nurturing, right? It also heats up food. So it has more than that. And that is where we get 444, fire and desire, which is literally fire signs. Tapping into that, right? Tapping into that energy, into that focus of what the fire sacral chakra is, which is about that passion, which is about that creativity, which is about, like the fire card said, but it was for water. It's about that logic and then understanding of that. So tap into that fire and desire. 444 is also about, again, that protection. You are protected along every step of the way. You are guided, which is why you have to wait on that divine timing. Surrender to the divine and know that in the meditation, in the calm, in the wait, you are waiting with a purpose and on a purpose, okay? So make sure that you ain't lying. You're not lying about what's happening. You're not lying about where you really are. What the fuck? Oh, okay. So don't lie. Don't lie about your progression. Don't lie about where you are. Don't lie to yourself. You have to be open and honest, because it also leads back to doing that shadow work. You cannot lie to your shadow. It's just going to get darker and darker the more that you lie. And with this full moon, this blue moon, and this Pisces coming out of that goddamn fantasy, that dream world, you cannot lie to yourself. You cannot do that. You have to mature, and with maturity comes with telling the truth, being honest, being authentic, being real. So that way, again, when you take those steps back to assess situations, it's not in falsities, because there is no real foundation on a lie. You're just falling straight through until you hit the ground of truth. So might as well build from it. Okay? Okay. We're going to do this one. We're going to have shut up and listen. You have to really shut up and listen. And that comes with a means of calming yourself. So that goes back to the meditation that the cards were suggesting, of meditating, of calming your mind, of allowing that. Even with the seduction card that you got, asking those questions, you will have to go inside of yourself to answer them, right? She sounds like a guinea pig. So you're gonna have to shut up and listen, and that is a matter of shutting up and listening and calming yourself, so that way again you can get those answers, you can get that communication. So that way, again, you can allow yourself to not make excuses, because you have all the information, you have all the intel, you have all the accountability and the realization. So that way, again, you're not leading yourself to a dead end, to a place where it's like, stop, halt, it ain't gonna work, okay? So it's a dead end. If what you're looking for is a different world, a different mindset, a different perspective, a different opportunity, a different career, whatever it is, it's a means of recognizing that. I have to, if this is a dead end, I cannot make an excuse for trying to be at this dead end any longer. Again, is this an obstruction that I have to go through, or is it a redirection obstruction? Okay? And sometimes it is a matter of literally it being possibly both, of separating from something and or relocating from something and or someone. Separating from the addiction, from the mindsets, from the habits, from the patterns. Relocating your environment, relocating your friends, relocating your mind, relocating how you think and feel about yourself within regards to self-love. All right? It could mean a means of taking a trip. It could mean a means of going on an adventure. It could be a means of like, this is my sign to pack it up and leave. That was it. No more on a wing and a prayer. No more allowing myself to break my heart again, right? And sometimes you can break your heart when you don't honor your boundaries. You're going to have to honor your boundaries. You could be dealing with an air sign who you are rekindling with or have dealt with. I'm only saying that because the air sign kind of lined up with your reading, which is about self-love and dealing with that as well. So you could deal with that. But it is a matter of honoring your boundaries, because if you don't, it will cause a lot of your things to be on a wing and on a prayer of hoping that it works, hoping that it goes through, hoping that you benefit from it, and it'll break your heart to realize that it won't. And it isn't, because it wasn't meant for you in the first place. Okay? So tap into you being you. You're a magical ass being, so start acting accordingly, right? Start moving and showing that in accordance to that, okay? 777 is also about releasing fear, having the mindset and looking to the future with excitement. And that means when you do make those decisions, you'll make those excited, confident, strong, and sure that I'm leading myself in that direction. Okay? Oh, okay. Jeez. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the water. Spirit, what final messages do you have for water in regards to the full blue moon in Pisces? In regards to Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. What do you have for full blue moon? Alright. What else do you have for the full blue moon in Pisces for the water signs? Let's go ahead and get into this Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Alright, so we also have that you're the problem. You're the issue. Which is very true, because if you're hiding yourself, you don't feel like you are worthy of it, you're not putting yourself out there, or anything of that sort. It is a means of you being the problem. And sometimes that problem is just you neglecting your intuition. When you neglect your intuition, you are in neglection of self. So if you are neglecting of self, how can your light shine? How can you bring in more kindred souls and allies and opportunities and resources and all these things if you're neglecting your intuition? So you are the problem, neglecting your intuition, not trusting yourself, not leading and guiding yourself. Again, it is now your time to decide to be actively in your life, right? The storm is over for material issues and finances and things of that sort. Love is coming in a way where you are allowing yourself to trust in yourself more and have that aspect of if you aren't ready, but knowing that and being assured in that answer. And it's also about the resurrection of your life altogether, potential, new moon, clean slate. So when you are neglecting your intuition, you are neglecting every step of how you got here along the way. You are neglecting and denying your choices. And that is an issue, and that is a problem. And sometimes I'm hearing it could be an issue of just putting a spell on you. Casper the scared ass ghost. You are afraid. It could have been thoughts or ideas from the past. It could have been things that you say daily. Like, oh, I can't do that. I don't know. It's that. That is also putting a spell on you. It could have also, like I said, from others. It could have been from when you were growing up, from your, your foundation of living and growing. But it is a means of that is a spell on you, and that is causing you fear and actively living your life. And it is time for you to be seen. It is time for you to burn bright. It is time for you to be that fire, that new moon. Because right now what you are cultivating is a completely different world. Something that is new, something that is vibrant, something that is open, where again you're not in that storm anymore. So no more making excuses, because it is keeping you quite stagnant. It is keeping you stagnant to the point where you don't want to move, where you're really stuck in that spiritual world. And when sometimes you're stuck in that spiritual world, you can be quite annoying and irritating and hard to work with, hard to deal with, how to talk to, anything of that sort, because you're so far up. It's like, baby, come back down. So that stick up your ass must be uncomfortable, because you're not living in reality. Okay? So you acting out in this way and doing this way is because you are uncomfortable with the true reality situation. And Spirit is saying everything in this reality is now new. It is now different. Okay? So there's this realization that you also like the peacock, you have to digest issues. You have to let go and move on, which leads to you obsessing over a situation, over a person, over an opportunity, whatever it is, you're obsessing over it. And Spirit is saying, just let karma handle it. We're literally Mercury retrograde. We're literally Venus retrograde. Pluto, Neptune, all them late men doing that. Like I'm doing it for the majority of the year. Now we got this woman. You are thinking about things when there is a new, different world that you are literally creating. Stop obsessing over it, because that is also causing you to have like stick up your ass and be quite uncomfortable. It's because you're allowing your life to be led by something that you are obsessing over that you should have been shut out. Okay? And sometimes that is just in a means of a separation needing to happen. A change of environment, which also home means that you will be taking a trip soon as well. So it could be a trip for your job or because of your job or anything of that sort. Also, it was also in the career path, so it could be something within that, but it is a means of separation from that situation, from what's going on, because again, you are also neglecting your intuition, which means something is more important than your intuition, and it better not be the situation. So separate from it, because in all honesty, there is a secret. But you trying to mull over something when you don't have all the information, you're not focusing on yourself truly being seen and shown and out there and present and mindful and active, you're never going to get the information because you're mulling over something that you already have. Now let's let some new shit in, right? There's a secret. It can be a secret of why that job didn't work out, why that opportunity didn't work out, why you didn't get that house, why you didn't get that car, why that friend left, why whatever it is, right? Either way, it's a realization that ancestral communication is coming in. So we have 333, and that is a means of staying within balance in the equilibrium in your mind, body, and soul. Okay? So with ancestral communication coming in, if there's a secret, stop mulling over the issue. Go have fun. Go live your life. Go experience new things, right? Because it takes two. And right now, it's kind of dragging. Right? You're too much in the spiritual. So when that ancestral communication comes in, just make sure that you're ready to take it in. And the best way to be able to take that in is realizing that you're not alone. But it's hard to also realize that you're not alone if you don't trust yourself and the people and the things that you decided in your environment. Okay? Last card is new career path. Like I said, with that new moon card coming in, it is a new career path, new opportunities, new openings, new foundations for more security in your life that you were dealing with over these past few months and or years, okay? So taking that in, water signs and fire signs, that has been your reading for the full blue moon in Pisces, but more so of a timeless reading. I do these live on my Instagram every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or special astrology lunar days like today. But please like, comment, share, and subscribe so that way I can continually grow and share my message with you all, for you all. But yeah, I love you guys. Love yourselves more. And until next time.